Presenting Monte, Two Guns Barrett, Wladimir Klitschko.
My experience with Lewis is going to make Klitschko seem a little bit easier. What do you think about that for him?
Yeah, it does reduce you a little bit. But I did spar with Sonny Liston, who was very cruel, and I had to learn to defend myself. And occasionally I would get him, not much. Barrett is better. Stay out of harm's way by moving left and right. Vladimir's job is to just get that power out there. Don't try to be a boxer. Never show anyone that you're a good boxer. Go for the knockouts.
Well, Barrett said that he would try to step up inside Vladimir's jab. He acknowledged, he said, I can't stay on the outside, be at the end of his power, and have a chance to win. So far, he's not made any real effort to get inside.
Yeah, what you do, you place yourself certain inches away from the man, about two steps, and just stay there. It's not about jumping back, it's just standing out of range. Just stay close. Don't jump in and out. Stay close. Left and right, though.
Woo! Hard left hand by Wladimir. Down goes Barrett. First time in Barrett's career that he's been knocked down. And you get a taste of Vladimir's power. That was about a 6-inch little left hook.
That's what you want to do. You don't want to demonstrate any boxing technique. Show these people that you can hit.
Boy, an early knockout over a fighter like Barrett would be a confidence builder for Klitschko. And Monte still has not recovered from that little left hook.
Yeah, he was just right in range. It's a little close. You got to stay and don't get any further away from that power. Wladimir needs room.
If the bout were to go the distance, the big idiosyncrasy here in Great Britain is, in a non-title fight like this one, there are no judges, and only the referee scores the fight. Does that make any difference at all to the fighters, George?
It makes a lot of difference, because one man can see things one way, and three can see it a little differently. That knockdown could have this judge from this point on thinking this guy's beating him. One knockdown could change the mind of one man, but not three judges.
So it makes the fighter a little more nervous about the outcome.
I would be extremely nervous.
The one thing that's very obvious here is how well coordinated Klitschko is compared to his brother, compared to most big guys. The way he throws short punches.
He caught Barrett with another left hook there, and then a right hand. Now Barrett is trying to come back with guns blazing. He's going to make it out of the round, but Harold, you got something?
Yeah, Jim, you know something? We don't have the referee microphone with a mic on because the British Boxing Board of Control won't let you. I think the referee may have yelled break. I mean, I think he hit him on a break. There was no question. They were tied up, and the referee doesn't have to step in. All he's got to do is yell step back.
Give us a
step back, and Klitschko hit him with a left hook. That was a sucker punch if I ever saw one.
Yeah, well, the sucker was Barrett because he didn't have his guard up. Give us a break, Harold.
George, you're always talking about how big fighters, tall fighters, need to fight tall and take advantage of their stature.
Amen. No better said.
Does Wladimir do it?
Wladimir should stay tall, use his jab, don't even put his head down in the range of Barrett. And that's when the trouble can start. Keep your head. See, his head is even with his shoulder now. His head should always be where it's supposed to be, away from the action. Keep your fist in there and your head away.
Barrett starting more aggressively here in the second round. And he survived the first round by moving inside after Klitschko was able to hurt him from the outside. So you heard Eddie Mustafa Muhammad doing nothing to try to diminish Barrett's confidence, saying, just move your head side to side, stick your jab. This isn't all that bad.
Let me tell you, he is still recuperating from that left hook that he received earlier.
Body shot. Wladimir goes down to one knee. Referee rules it a slip.
Barrett does better when he put his head right on Wladimir's chest. Keep it there. Try to find his chest, as Joe Frazier would say, and keep it right on his chest.
Takes a certain bravery, doesn't it?
Oh, it's easy because the bigger man wants room. He's not protecting his chest.
There's that quick left hook as they step back away from each other again.
Wladimir is accurate with that left hook, and he has a good right hand also.
All right, so you heard the disagreement between Larry and Harold about that left hook and whether Wladimir hit on the break. What's your take, George?
I agree with Larry this time. The guy had his hand out there, he stepped back, and he dropped his hand and got caught.
Hey, the last thing the referee says is protect yourself at all times.
And it wasn't a dirty shot at all. It may not have been a good shot, but it wasn't dirty.
Round 2 coming to a close.
Look at that power. That's the kind of power you don't want to be hit with.
Barrett is actually able to extend Klitschko into the third. He's the first Klitschko opponent in the last 5 fights to make it out of the first 2 rounds. That's how hot Wladimir has been coming in.
Head is on his chest. That head should stay right on Vladimir's chest.
Interesting CompuBox number from round number 2. A very conservative Wladimir Klitschko threw only 20 punches in the second round. Monte Barrett landing 13 of 44. So if officials were looking for an early round to give to Barrett, they had their chance in the second.
Now Barrett is fighting the proper fight. Stay low. If you're lower anyway, get even lower. Make your man drop his head down to your height rather than trying to get up to his height.
Let him go, Barrett. Come on, take the arms out.
And when no action, when there isn't any action at all, keep your head on his shoulder.
Third time that Klitschko has wrapped Barrett with a left hook as they stepped out of a clinch.
Right back where you told.
Obviously, it's a move he's polished. He's so quick with that left. And he wobbles Barrett again.
Right back out.
Barrett apparently is trying to make this an ugly street fight, feeling that Klitschko is your basic stand-up European.
Good left hook to the body by Barrett that time. The first time he's aiming into the body.
Barrett promised that he would get to Klitschko's rib cage. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Barrett's trainer, quite forceful on the point that he felt like Eastern European fighters, Klitschko included, generally lack heart. If you punish them to the body, they'll eventually wear down.
As the judge said earlier, that Wladimir is trying to sucker punch him. You better protect yourself at all times. You back away unprotected, he's going to get you.
Now, if Barrett leans in like this and keeps his head against Vladimir's chest,
He's safe, and the fight gets more and more on and on. You frustrate the big guy, then you start outboxing him.
but strength and conditioning will become an issue for Barrett because he's got a huge man leaning all over him.
Oh, you start to burn out, you start breathing, and there's no oxygen.
Also, it becomes an almost unwatchable fight, guys.
Klitschko almost landed a right hand. Now he lands a left hook again. Barrett gets back inside and whacks away to Klitschko's ribcage.
Barrett's corner should tell him, look, exactly where you got hit. Keep that hand right there in that position and throw it. As soon as he throws his hook, try to throw it at the same time.
There's a welt underneath the right eye
A little elbow by Klitschko.
of Barrett.
Klitschko is doing a little elbow in here.
Yeah, he did. He hit him with the right elbow. And he could make the case that he didn't have room to do anything else.
Oh, but he's one of those kind of fighters.
So the fight gets a little bit uglier minute by minute. Round 3 concludes.
His fight with Mount Whitaker, his 7-year-old daughter asked him, "Where was your uppercut, Daddy?" She may be asking that right now.
Harold, how do you have it scored?
Okay, Jim, I got a 2-1, 29-27, Wladimir Klitschko. Simply because, you know, he deserves an extra point for that knockdown in the first round, sucker punch or not. But, you know, Monte Barrett's starting to get to him, and Vladimir's starting to slow up. You got to watch Vladimir's right hand at every clinch.
Barrett turning it into a little bit more of a street fight. That's what he wants. Klitschko indeed has slowed down offensively. He threw 20 punches in round 2, only threw 26 in round 3 by CompuBox numbers. That's very low punch output for an active, athletic heavyweight like Wladimir. But Barrett is crowding him, clinching, holding. So far, Klitschko's most effective punch has been the left hook.
Klitschko is doing a little taunting himself. Come on, he's telling Barrett, come on. He's a street fighter also.
Hard right hand punch to the midsection by Barrett. Klitschko trying to push Monte off of him, and Monte, who was of course a great tackler as an all-city linebacker in New York, holding Wladimir all the way around the waist with both hands there for a moment.
You got to stay close. You got to stay close if you're Barrett. Wladimir has got to start opening up. The more confidence that Barrett gets, the more he can rain on his parade. Ooh, what a left hook to the body by Wladimir.
And Barrett fires his own
And an
right
elbow.
to the body. And an elbow.
Wladimir throws a left to the body and elbow to the head.
Quick
That's what
left
you
hook.
want to do. Hook with the hooker. Make him afraid to hook.
Down goes Barrett again on a close-in left hook by Klitschko.
There was also a right hand that looked like it landed on the neck or the back, and maybe even the back of the neck, but it's an official knockdown.
The judge did not even wipe off Barrett's glove.
Klitschko just missed connecting flush with a giant left hook.
He got caught with one himself.
He got caught with the counter right. That's right. So Barrett has been down twice. First two knockdowns of his career.
It's doubtful that Klitschko has ever been in this kind of a brawl. And he's handling it pretty well.
Yep, he's mastering the art of holding and hitting. I'll tell you that. If Lennox Lewis held and hit against Michael Grant in New York, Klitschko's done it 2 or 3 times here.
This is as far from being an art form as he calls boxing as he can be.
And Klitschko is a power puncher, and he should concentrate on nothing but power. Throw that jab, dig in with hook.
Just an occupational hazard for these real big guys fighting shorter guys, George.
Yeah, you find yourself with them under your arm all the time. And you think you get irritated and you just try to push them, then you say, I'm just going to hit him. That Wladimir throws nothing but leather. When it's coming, it's powerful. If you don't set your defense, he's going to hurt you even if your gloves are in the way. You got to stay close and keep charging.
Wladimir lifting Barrett with just a little uppercut. He's so strong.
One of the things that's noticeable to me, George, is that Barrett is having to put out much more energy.
Too much energy.
And that he looks already worn in this fight.
Yeah,
Right cross landed after the left hook. Barrett wobbles one more time. Barrett trying to get inside and hold so that Klitschko can't have free rein to fire those power shots.
Barrett is using most of his energy just struggling.
Another right cross lands. Barrett holding on to stay up. Referee warning Klitschko about holding and hitting.
That's justified, but I wonder whether it's justified to warn Barrett about holding so much.
Usually the guy who's taking most of the punishment is less likely to get warned.
Let him go. Come on, both of you. Both of you. Let go.
Barrett has spent his energy just holding and holding on.
Barrett may have a tough time making it through the last minute and 20 of this round. He has taken some thunderous shots in this round.
And he's had to muscle this big guy around, push him with a bull or something.
Let's see if Klitschko can maximize his opportunity here in the last minute of the 5th against an obviously stove-in Monte Barrett. Uppercut. Uppercut missed. Left hook inside. Barrett holding the whole time.
Barrett's corner told him to move his head left and right, standing with his head straight up.
And it's just target practice with the left hook. Wladimir's so quick with the left hook lead, George. He just rips it right through.
He hits in the chest.
Boom, another left hook. And again, Barrett holds to stay up. And finally goes down. And is the referee going to rule that a knockdown?
I don't think he's going to rule it a knockdown, but
He could have.
Barrett Barrett just went down from fatigue, it looked like.
Well, and the dizziness from those left hooks.
And he's tired.
Gonna make it out of the round.
Good body shot.
That's a Franz Botha kind of a body shot. You know, I lurch here. I'm coming over there.
See a little less holding, Monty.
Certainly not that naturally. You know what I loved yesterday, George? Wladimir Klitschko was so excited to have you in his hotel room. He was like a 4-year-old who had just met Santa Claus for the first time. I mean, this guy is so innocent. He was like, wow, George Foreman came to my room. Well, guess what, Wladimir? Next year you might fight for the title that George held twice.
And may just win it. Only just need to use his left jab. He's a taller guy, and he's standing there waiting for big punches.
Lands the right hand. Not quite as big as he wanted to. Barrett holds on and then comes back with an uppercut.
Now when you see when he jabs, it's just he's too superior. Keep that left jab out there. Use your height. Throw your rights and left when you see an opening.
Klitschko said that since he lost to Ross Purity, when basically he just hit the wall and knocked himself out, with some help from Purity, he's learned to pace himself. He'll go for his opportunities, and so we wonder, has he paced himself? Is he going to run out of gas in the 9th or 10th round if it goes that far? Is that what keeps Barrett going, trying to stay in this fight to see if he caves in?
Incidentally, a moment ago, he double left hooked again.
Sort yourselves out. Well done.
See, throwing a left hook should be like ice skating. One foot, then the next foot. If you throw a double left hook, the right shoulder has to come in play to be able to make an accurate left hook again. What he does, he dips, he throws a left hook, dips his shoulder, and then throws another left hook. Everything is 1-2. You just don't see the other action.
Working from the waist with every left-hand shot.
Yeah, but
right?
it has to be 1-2, left, right, whether you see the right or not. And that's what Wladimir has, excellent balance to dip his shoulder right off the left hook and do it again.
Don't you think the hardest thing to do offensively, George, is to generate real power off the front foot that way? I mean, people can throw crosses from the back foot and put power into them. But to be able to master the technique of making somebody hurt from the front foot is elusive.
Well, you don't really want to do it with your front foot. You want to stand there and grip the floor with that right foot and spin that left foot.
Spin it.
Spin it. Grip the floor and spin that left foot.
Barrett missing with an overhand shot. Klitschko's pace slowing again in round 6 after a big output in round 5.
Klitschko's inability to do more in this round after Barrett was so hurt suggests that he may be getting a little tired himself.
Yeah, exactly. Suggests that stamina is still a question mark for him.
Now, Barrett's got his shoulder, his head right on the guy's chest.
Leaning in behind Wladimir. Neither brother has ever missed the other's fight. They're totally loyal to each other, and of course the commonly expressed goal is that they both win heavyweight championships. In this world of multiple titles, they can do that. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. I got it 5-1, 59-52. Wladimir Klitschko, no question about this one. Certainly in the 5th round, you had to give Wladimir an extra point because he won it so big without a knockdown. Monte Barrett just hasn't been able to really get in some hard shots since early in the fight. I mean, Wladimir doing all the damage. He's winning his fight on clean, effective, hard punching.
Wladimir has allowed Barrett to get back into the fight. He got his confidence up, throwing left and right, moving forward. He's the aggressor. That's what you don't want.
Yeah, indeed, because if you've seen either Klitschko brothers' lone loss, in other words, if you saw Wladimir losing to Ross Purity, or if you saw Vitaly losing to Chris Bird, then you might look at this fight and say Barrett's got him right where he wants him. He's lost all or most of the first 7 rounds. He's been thoroughly dominated. Klitschko's done most of the work. And that's the kind of fight that each brother has lost once.
And Barrett is truly the aggressor at this point. Once the exchanges start, he ends up charging more.
Right back clean, both of you. Work back. Like when you're told. Behave yourself.
A couple of rounds ago, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and Jimmy Glenn in Barrett's corner said to their fighter, well, you're way behind, just try to throw some punches. And it seems as though he listened to him. He's released his hands more in the last couple of rounds.
Wladimir now throws one jab and waits. Eased off on the power shots. This should be a reason for Barrett to attack more. Ooh, what a good right hand.
And another.
That was a slap, but that first one, boy, it hurt.
There you go. Right back.
If only he would just keep that power coming.
And Barrett down. This time it was a right cross, and there's a spurt of blood from the right eye of Monte Barrett, who got crushed on that little right cross as he was coming in.
And the referee now is going to be watching this real close.
Oh, boom. What a right hand that was. And that's the fourth knockdown of Barrett in the fight. Remember, Monte coming in had never been knocked down.
This Wladimir can hit.
Fifth knockdown. That ought to do it, and it does.
He may not have come from the streets, but Wladimir